So hello guys. To... My name is Galiva Nina and I'm a B student of 12th grade in school of Astana. It is in Kazakhstan. If you don't know what Kazakhstan is, well then that's your problem. It's like Central Asia. So I just wanted to share some tips that I learned through my experience with extended essay. It was not tough, like if you manage to do it right, well, it won't be tough for you, but if you fail and don't follow the tips that I'm going to share with you today, then you will fail and die. And yes, so I'm just gonna start with the tip number 1 is meet your deadlines. I cannot stress out how important it is to meet your deadlines. Really. Deadlines. Everything that you need. When you follow up the deadlines, it's kind of easier. Guys, just make your life easier. Do what your supervisor says. Even if the supervisor is irresponsible person, just do what you got to do. You know your topic. Well, okay, if you haven't decided on topic yet, that's another argument. But try to be ahead so that when the submission day comes, you'll be ready to submit. The second tip is to finish the essay in summer. This is also very, very important task, so that when you get into school in 12th grade, you won't be running around with applications and deadlines and all this stuff. Is just messing with all your experience in school up. So you get to finish your essay in summer, so that when you come to school, you just meet with your supervisor. Your supervisor provides you with like feedback. You just need to do a tiny bit of work on your essay and then you're done. And just taking a picture, taking a look at summer. What do you do at summer? I mean, come on, we can all allow ourselves to do extended essay in summer. There is no excuse not to do it. Believe me, I have done it in summer and I'm just thanking myself. I saw people who did an extended essay like 2 days ahead of the deadline. That is just silly, guys. Don't be like that. Then the third one is to have a good relationships with your supervisor. You know that there are only 3 meetings allowed with your supervisor, and you can only I think your supervisor can only give you feedback on your outline once and on your draft also once. So imagine doing a paperwork for 4,000 words without a sufficient feedback. That is going to be tough, right? But if you manage to get friends with your supervisor, okay, not friends, at least don't be rude and be kind, then your supervisor will pay you the same back, and maybe he or she will check your work several times, like it happened to me. My supervisor, my history HL teacher, Miss I cannot express how much I love him. He's the best teacher in the entire world, and he has checked my work like about 2 times. Illegal stuff going here. So guys, just to make sure your essay is on its best, try getting good relationships with your supervisor. Even he or she is not your teacher, just be kind, be polite. Teachers are always willing to help students who want this help, who ask for this help, and who are willing to work. The fourth thing I just want to say is that do your research. I mean, guys, okay, so you're picking, let's say how I did, it was history. I just picked history because I like history, and in history you can just explore and explore and explore. You're getting things out of it. I don't know, I can talk about history for long hours, and that's why I chose history. Then I sat down and I thought, what would be interesting to explore in history? Like, many things have already been investigated. And then I thought, like, my relatives come from Yakutia. Why not study Yakutia? At first it seemed like a good topic, but then I was like, oh my god, Yakutia is so exciting. Do you get it? I just hated studying it. I don't know what happened to me, but just reading about Yakutian immigrators was not the best thing. So I thought, what else I could do? Like, before that, I had spent a lot of hours on Yakutia immigrators. Like, I've been to library 5 times for not less than 2 or 3 hours, at least 2 hours every day after school. I went there to the library, studied Yakutia, got bored, came home, hating the extended essay. But then I realized that it was in the 11th grade, so I had time to change my research questions, so I did it. And just making your research on the topic will save you so many time. You will be free in IB. Like, I know it is impossible to have life in IB, but actually it is possible if you do everything properly. So I changed my topic, and it was not unexplored topic, so I had to find, it was tough to find sources, but I still managed to do this, and it was the topic that interested me, and no one before had done it. So yes, just do your research and find out the best topic for you, so then you don't end up wasting tons of time that you could go out to Starbucks and have a cup of coffee. Don't spend your time in libraries doing the topic that you don't like. Do your research and find the best topic for you. The 5th point is that do not take long breaks off your essay work. What I mean by that is, like, there are several deadlines, so you're like working before the deadline, and then your supervisor checks your work, right? That's how it goes. So you're like submitting your RRS, your supervisor checks it, and after like 2-3 weeks he gets back to you and you talk and decide what you're going to do next. Then you submit your draft, like it's several weeks passes, and you get your feedback and start working again. I mean, don't waste your time during these 2-3 weekends. Beforehand, your supervisor will get your feedback done, because this time is crucial. I mean, guys, you know what you want to do, right? You have the research question, you have your started research. Then if you're on the stage when you only have research question, start doing your outline. where when you have already done your outline and waiting for your supervisor to confirm it, start like looking at the outline yourself and kind of coming to bits and pieces where you can develop it more yourself. If you have your outline check, start writing. If you have submitted your draft, start revising your draft, start adding on to draft. I just mean, guys, you constantly need to work on extended essay, and I don't mean like always work on extended essay. Like you come home and you spend 5 hours every day working on extended essay, even when it's not needed. Just not to forget what your extended essay is all about, and not to forget where you were on the stage of extended essay. Just make sure that you are keeping up with your extended essay, always adding up to it, always bring it down to it, always find a way how to make it better. Maybe it's going to be just 15 minutes every week while you're waiting for your supervisor to reach out to you. Just do it, and you'll see how easy it will be for you to memorize what is going to every part of your essay. For me, it was really difficult because I didn't realize how important it is to make sure you know your extended essay. When I submitted the draft, I completely forgot about extended essay, what I don't recommend you to do. I forgot about it, and then when I got the feedback back, I just read it and I didn't quite understand when my supervisor was talking, so I had to reread it and reread it and reread the outline, make sure the outline is connected to the work. It was messy. So make sure, guys, you just know what you are writing about, you know what each of your arguments is about. It will make your life a lot easier if you just not looking at the essay can take it back and say, here's what I get to do with this thing. Write it down, then come home and do this thing on your essay. It will improve your work to a grade A and higher, if there is anything higher. I've been talking about this for a long time, yeah? Okay, the other thing is like work. I know it's simple as that. Just do it. Do your extended essay. I mean, slap your face. Why can't you do it? Just do it. Just go there and write it down. If you can't put your mind together, if you're walking around your room not feeling like you are able to, screw this thing up, sit in front of your desk, sit in front of your computer, just type it up. Punch yourself, I don't know, beat yourself up. I don't care what you do with yourself, just do it. Because if you don't do it, then you will end up in a situation writing your 4,000 words in 2 days. And that's not good. That is not going to bring you anywhere even near B. No, just work. If you can't make your phrases, I don't know, like, what are you doing? Just go and make your phrases. Go and make your sentences. Just try the essay. Then, when I was talking about the submission day, submit in advance, guys. It is also an important thing to do. When you submit in advance, what benefits you get? First, you'll be the smartest one. Like, okay, not the smartest one, but you'll definitely be cool because, look, bitch, I have already submitted the essay and you're worrying about it. You're losing your sleep about the essay when I'm hanging out with my other friends apart from you. You'll be like that. Second thing, you will be able to check your work for similarity, like plagiarism and stuff, and be able to tackle it down and resubmit. The third thing is that you'll be on time, means that you won't meet the deadline. And when I say you don't meet the deadline, because it's like very serious, okay? Like, understand me. It's very serious to submit early as possible as you can, not even 30 minutes in advance, like an hour, 2 hours, day in advance, week in advance. It's gonna be better for you, okay? I know a situation where my classmate, she started uploading it to Turnitin like 6 minutes before the submission, and then her internet connection failed, so she ended up not submitting her essay. And I read her essay. It was amazing, like a real research paper, like a real university student can do, but she failed to submit it. You don't want your work and effort to be just like this. No, you have put time into it. You have put thought into it. So please respect yourself and submit in advance. The other thing is my 8th point. Make sure all the administrative stuff of the work, like how it looks, matches the requirements. For example, I don't know if it's going to be anything different in 2019, but when we submitted it, we had to do the margin of 3 from left, then others were 1.5 centimeter. The Schrift was 12 times New Roman or Arial. Then title, of course your title page, where you write your subject, your research paper, and the word count. The number of pages, there should be no number on the title page, but on the rest of the pages they need to be numbered on the right corner. And the other thing, hold on, very important thing, maximum attention here, maximum in-text citations. Did you watch my mouth? In-text citations, crucial stuff. If you're not doing the in-text citation, you're failing your extended essay, because if you're not doing them, means you're plagiarizing. Copy paste. You didn't do copy paste, right? You work hard. You put those phrases into quotations. You analyze those quotes. So please do the in-text citation, and later refer the sources in the bibliography, so you don't get plagiarized. That is also why you need to submit early, to check the percent of plagiarism, so you can adjust it before submitting, okay? And one last thing I want you to make sure you do it is that you have at least 20 resources, and at least one of them is your interview with an expert. That is also a thing that you need to consider when choosing your topic. Can you get an expert, an interview into your essay or not? That is a question which you have to answer yourself before choosing the topic. And also, like, 20 resources is pretty not so hard, I would say, because you can just take one word and put it in quotes, in text citation. That will be your resource. The interview, it's very important to have first-handed resources, because this is the thing that will get you from B to A. Do you understand me? So my camera just cut me off when on point where I was screaming at you. I think it's her response to my violence. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope that this tips will help you. I honestly want you to do great in IB, not to struggle, not to live the life and be in IB at the same times. You know, it can be hard, but you can do it. I believe in you, and just feel free to ask me anything that you want to know, either it's extended essay or your IEs, or generally how to behave in IB, what to do, what not to do. Feel free to write suggestions on topics for IB which you want to hear me talking about, and also I can make phone, like Skype calls or maybe phone calls if you're in Kazakhstan with you and talk and advise you personally. I just hope it will help you. Thank you for watching, and in the link below I will in the description below I will link some of the stuff that helped me with my extended essay, how to manage it, and etc. Thank you for watching.